Hi everyone, I'm Denise and welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. This reading is, I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot, and the question is, what will a Biden-Harris administration be like for us Americans? And while I was shuffling the cards and meditating a little bit on them, I also felt the presence of Jill, our new first lady, our new FLOTUS, and not only Jill, but Kamala's husband as well. I think his name's Doug. I think, but anyway, I felt the four of them. So when I say the Biden-Harris administration, I am including all of them because I know how supportive partners can be. Okay, so let's see. Let me tune back in. Okay, the forces in motion, their challenges, or the challenges, of course, what they're planning, what they'll be doing. And of course, I'll do more, readings as we go further into it, a 4-year term. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, planning, doing. Instead of the karma, I'm going to call it, let's do the effect that they'll have on the USA. And then the next card is going to be about how the Democrats feel about them, about the job they're doing. And then the future of the USA because of the Biden-Harris administration. Okay, and I may or may not use the Lenormand. I don't know if I'll need it. Okay, so the forces that are in motion. Well, with the Page of Pentacles straight up, it's a whole new game. It's the pure, potentiality. Almost like the Ace of Pentacles, where you have it all. The potential's all there, but it's not matured yet. And because that's especially true, because it came through reversed. So with the reversal, well, it's not bad at all. It's just that what has happened in the forces that have been in motion for the Democratic Party has been that it's been kind of blocked. The new positive outcome that or the new positive potential that could be an outcome. It has been blocked, so this is what they're coming up against. And of course, I'm doing this reading in, this is November 15th, and we don't know yet if maybe I'll have to do another reading after the runoffs in Georgia, because we don't know yet if we have I don't know yet, we don't know yet if we have a majority in the Senate. But Kamala, of course, she's the one that can flip that vote if there is a tie, which there is right now, which is why there's a runoff. So anyway, so the challenges. Okay, the challenges to the Biden-Harris administration is the Ten of Pentacles, and this is all about the families moving forward, the beauty of relational, generational, multi-generational families. I mean, you can see in this card, it just looks like, a husband and wife and a lot of kids, but in the traditional Rider Waite, it looks like grandparents and then parents and the children. There's always a dog usually, or almost always. But I think the challenge with this card is just that we have to think they have the challenge. Actually, they have the challenge, and we have to support them, in helping take care of the generations that go, well, not only the elderly that are here on Earth now, but the generations before us, the children before us. We're the bridge in the middle that needs to take care of the elderly that are here now, and of course, think far into the future about how children are affected. Yeah, okay, so they're planning, well, with the Three of Swords reversed, They're planning to not be rejected. They're planning to change the party. I think to change the party. There's a release. There's an optimistic quality to this card. Now, it can be forgiveness, but I would hope that they would still be doing what they can in order to bring justice. So let's keep going, because these are plans. So they're of course planning to release the problems of the past, right? Release the stagnancy and release the blockage, and think long term for all generations coming before us and that have nurtured us to where we are now. And it's quite a responsibility, actually. But the plan is to think optimistically and release the painful betrayal of the past. Now, what they're doing with the Chariot, that's an excellent card for doing. That has to do, excuse me, I need a cough. A tickle in my throat. Okay, so with the Chariot, that's all about moving forward and hopefully from the center. It's a travel card as well. So I think they're going to be doing a lot of powerful things that bring in movement. The Chariot card has to do with victory. It's one of the major arcanas, of course. And it's that gateway into like your divine will that can move forward in a really successful, determined, assertive way. So it's good. That's an excellent card, to have for what they're doing. That's beautiful. The effect, well, the effect on the effect that they're going to have on the USA is to help heal. See how this is the happy family? They're going to help heal all the broken families. Excuse me. I think that they're going to try and work with healing to the best that they can. There's not only a COVID task force, but I believe that there's I can't remember the name of it, but Joe has plans to help try and reunite. It was 545 children that had been separated from their parents from the camps, but it turned into 666. Just like, wow, what a number. So I think that's what this card is about, that he's going to have the effect of trying to, change that big obstacle. I don't know if he'll be successful at it or if they'll be successful at it, because I don't know if we can ever get them back together. What the Trump administration did was unbelievably cruel in that they did not provide any way to track them. They separated them and did not care about the repercussions. So that's really awful. Oh my goodness. But the effect is that, we're still going to have to heal that. That is really up there. I would hope that there's no forgiveness against, these crimes against humanity. And I need to read on Stephen Miller and do his astrology and do a reading on him. But I also want to read on the kids in the camp and the camps and at the border. But I think I'll wait until after the inauguration because I want to make sure that they're in. This looks like what they'll be faced with. I think I want to wait until the inauguration. I don't know. We'll see. But it's just such a sad, it's so sad. How the Democrats are feeling, wow. Like there's some release of burden with the Ten of Wands. So you can see the Ten of Wands here. There's a lot of baggage that's been carried around. There's been a long, trek up and over the mountain, and now you're almost home, or you're there. Maybe you're at home, maybe you're in your driveway, and you made it. And but you still have all the baggage. Well, when it's reversed, there's the element of letting go of the baggage. So this would be the baggage of the Trump administration. This would be that, that carelessness and that lack of responsibility and that immaturity that we had in the Trump administration. So yeah, and Democrats really, I mean, we need to release all that baggage, and that's what that's about. The future is with the Seven of Swords reversed. Well, when you see it straight up, it's a card of, it can be a card of thievery and deception and, somebody getting away with something in the, under the moonlight or in the dark of the night. It can also be that when, like if you guys get this card for yourself, it can be that, okay, strategy happened and it was good and it's come through, but you left a couple things behind and you got to go back and pick them up, or a couple of things got kind of lost along the way as you were, making your way to a new reality. When it's reversed, the future is that the deception and the thievery are over. It's, it's done. It's truly done. This has to do with new revelations as well, because you can see the moonlight there. And, there is a revelation there. And it's that whoever got away with some things in the past, or we thought that they were getting away with them, well, now they're caught. This is an excellent card to get for the future. It's also a card of freedom. The deception, the deception has been caught and, tracked and traced, and it's come through. And you know who the parties are, and that creates the freedom. So I am going to use the Lenormand. Let me get that. Let's see, maybe I can just move these up. Yeah. Sorry, you won't be able to see them, but I might be able to refer to them. Okay, so hold on with the Biden-Harris administration, and I feel Jill, and because I think Jill is, I know she's a doctor. I think she has a background in psychology as well. Or is it education? Oh, I should have looked that up. I didn't expect to have her and Kamala's husband kind of pop in. But they're here again, so they're here to help. So I need to do some research on the two of them to see what their backgrounds are professionally. Okay, so the Biden-Harris administration, the forces in motion. So I'll move these up in a moment. Let me just get the cards drawn. Their challenges. Okay, and then their plans, what they'll be planning. What they'll actually be doing. The effect on the USA. How the Democrats, we will be feeling about them and the job they're doing. And our future because of them. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Oh, no, I did. I remember now. I raised the camera up just a little bit. I figured out a way to do it without having to move without adjusting the whole dang tripod. So I think, oh yeah, plenty of room. Good. Okay. So those Light Seer cards are a little bit bigger than... Oh, actually, I do have plenty of room. I don't have to worry about that. Okay. Okay, so with the forces in motion, the medal card indicates that there's some new honor, there's some new recognition, there's a new order across our homeland, and it's going to be moving pretty quickly. The locomotion card it moves very, very quickly. And it does have to do with not only travel across the land, but, excuse me, communication. It does bring things just, through. So I think it's the honor. The honor goes across the land, I think, is the simple message there. That brings more honor all over the USA. And probably some recognition maybe for the USA to be seen as better by our foreign counterparts. Which, well, I'll do readings. I had people wanting to know about Putin, and now that somebody's been dumped. Okay, so anyway, forces in motion is that there's more honor across our land, I think, is the simple message there. The obstacles, the challenges, is that, there have been lots of obstacles in the past, and especially with money that has gone out. Maybe this has to do with obstacles for helping us through the coronavirus, because at least for this, this next year, 2021, that's going to be the whole 9 yards, is to get it distributed once it's safe, to get it distributed across the land. So that's an obstacle. So they are going to have to work on that. The assets, the money that needs to go out federally to help the states, because the money is spilling out to this card. So so to help the states get going again. Okay, when they're planning, what they're planning is for peace, is for harmony. The lilies card in the Lenormand is one of the most beautiful cards. It's all to do with, like I said, peace and harmony, and they're planning wisely, and they're coming from a place of purity. Even though Joe is quite elderly, and this does have to do with elderly, but elderly wisdom. Unless it's next to, if the clouds card were in here, then it could be Alzheimer's, but he doesn't have anything like that going on. So it's actually really good, because then this card is all about opulence and prosperity. So they're going to be working. What they're planning is to bring financial prosperity back into the USA, like we haven't had the last 4 years, except for the 1%. Okay, and then what they're doing, these are with a book card, to read it in the context of this, this reading, the question. This has to be about laws, getting new laws on the books that protect against selfishness, that protect against distractive forces that want to just take the money for themselves. So they're going to be working judiciously. That's a hard word to say for me, anyway. And of course, Kamala's legal background, it will help tremendously. And the effect on the USA is it's going to shatter. It's going to break false beliefs. It's going to break the pattern that was in place with the whole Trump administration. And that's going to be, because that's coming from their intent with the stars card. The stars is all about, your intention and what you want to create. But it also could have to do with maybe them being kind of famous. There might be an effect, the long-term effect on them, or the effect on the USA is that maybe we'll be more whole and maybe we'll be a little bit famous. Like we'll have all the other countries rooting for us. The Stars card is about enlightenment as well. You know, it's like your shining guiding star that you can navigate with. Yeah, so breaking patterns from the past and then navigating a whole new reality. And how the Democrats will be feeling, how we'll be feeling about them is that we're glad that we have this partnership. And I think this card here is to show us that it's bigger than just Joe and Jill, that Kamala and her husband, I think his name's Doug, I think we're going to see that we really are grateful that Joe chose her, because I think she's going to help. And in the future, with the fox and the fox and the tower card. Now the tower in the Lenormand is completely different than the tower in the tarot. With the Lenormand meaning, this is our governmental institutions. This is everything to do with our government, and it also has to do, see, it's the authority of our government. It also has to do with like medical clinics and just all the institutions, even military. So in the future, I think that there's going to be some lots of sniffing around and making sure that things are just and fair. And I mean, this little guy can be really nefarious, but it's also the card of like work and freelance. So this could be that there's a lot of new workers that come into the administration, and that at the same time they're I don't know, I want to use the word ferreting, but it's a fox, not a ferret, but ferreting out, any corrupt individuals. Let me draw some more cards on that. A little more into the future. Okay. So more into our future, having them as people in charge. Okay, so yeah, so this is about the coronavirus. So there's recovery with the flowers card. This is a card of 45, Mr. Dirtbag Donnie. Huh. I think they're still going to work on coming down on him in every way that they possibly can. And because cards can have two meanings, they can overlay. There are layers when we do readings. So the coronavirus layer, there's going to be a recovery. And I'm hoping that's in that first year, yeah. And some really new important breakthroughs and opportunities. Oops. And change. And clearing out. Change, decisions, and clearing out. Now, with the Moon card, I feel like I need to dive in here for a moment. So again, coronavirus recovery, and it's really important, and maybe it'll come through quicker than we think. Maybe that, Pfizer vaccine that's supposed to be 90% effective, maybe it does turn out to be 90% effective, but it could be that there's two things. And I got this before when I read on the coronavirus in the future. it looked to me like we would have prescriptions, or that there would be a drug that a person could take, like, let's say for the people that cannot, because there are people out there that cannot handle, vaccines. And so it looked like there would be a drug that's invented that would be widespread, be able to be used, so that either if you did catch it, it would be much, much more mild, and also for the people who, who couldn't take vaccines. So I think that's what this is about. And this looks like this can be a discovery. With the key card, it's a solution card. It's a yes card. It opens doors. Sometimes it closes doors, but I'm not seeing that here at all. But it's very successful. And sometimes it just comes through immediately. It's like one of the now cards. If you're asking about timing it with the Lenormand and you get this card, it's like, yeah, right now. So coronavirus recovery, something coming much more quickly than we think, and it could be twofold, like I said, vaccine and drug. And then diving into the moon card, I think our reputation will clear, it'll be cleared out because Donald Trump is gone. Because this does have to do with our reputation and our honor and being, seen by the world. It's like our public, persona, if you would call it that. But most of all, our reputation. So clearing something out, or decisions, I can't really say. I mean, sometimes this card is about, removal, and sometimes it's about, something dangerous. But that's only when there are a lot of, negative cards around it. And I don't see that, because these cards are all, well, except for this one, it's really positive. Oh, but if we take it in the context of just the coronavirus, it gets cleared out. I like that. Yeah, I really think that's what it is. I'm trying to feel into it to see if... I just feel like it's quicker. Something's cleared out. With the coronavirus, it gets cleared out sooner than we think. Wow. Okay. Well, I like that. So maybe, it wouldn't be next summer, and maybe it would happen in the spring. These are springtime cards here. This is also a card of very soon. Both of these, so now and then soon. Awesome. Okay. Well, I think that's all I have for today. And of course, we'll look at it. I'll look at it further on, as time goes by. But for now, before they're not even inaugurated yet, so we have to at least wait for that. But this looks like, the bigger picture of at least the next few months, and maybe 6 months or so. But like I said, I'll look into it further on, later on, as time goes by. Okay, guys, hugs. Take good care. Good care. Bye.